My name is Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today, from the house of Francis Kurkdjian, I am reviewing Amyris Homme. This is £175 for 70ml. The factory notes are Mandarin, Chinese Mandarin, rosemary, saffron, and amyris, and cedar, and tonka bean, and iris. Anything else? No. Do we have our bottles of Francis Kurkdjian Amyris Homme? Are we engaged with our higher self? Let's get testing. So it's been quite a while since I reviewed something. I'm very curious to see what this is like. What am I expecting? Voluminous fragrance? I'm expecting substantiality. I'm expecting classic perfumery. I'm expecting clean aldehydic notes through the fragrance at quite a high concentration. I'm expecting a lot of bloom. I'm expecting really good perfumery, actually. What I'm not expecting is something flat that dies off in a couple of minutes. Let's look at the atomizer. Let's apply the fragrance. I love the brushed aluminium top, actually. I think it's very cool. I love industrial finish on it. I think it's very nice. It's very appealing, actually. I mean, it's professionally been done. You can tell it's been filtered. Everything's been printed on perfectly. I mean, there's that attention to detail, kind of what you expect for this sort of money. I really like this, and I'm quite relieved because it always felt like I'm kind of bashing his work, but his style of perfumery is his style of perfumery, and it's not for me, you see. So I love this because it's giving everything I want from the house, but it's instantly likable. And this is a great example of a designer fragrance done at a niche level, or done at a level which is sort of one up. This has a clean, aqueous core to the formula, built around modern aroma chemicals, ISO super, beautiful amounts of bergamot. The bergamot is really like giving lots of lift and volume to the formula. It smells so beautifully blended. It's just very, very appealing. There's a beautiful sweet note, which I'm instantly drawn to. So this is a beautiful clean core to it. And that is the choice of musks, which has been chosen so beautifully. So there's a lot of thought within this formula. This is, how can I create a fragrance that's likable? How can I create a fragrance that sort of fits that all men can smell something? Because, as you know, there are some raw materials that some people are completely nose blind to, anosmic to it, and some people are not. And musks are these one category of aroma chemicals where there are people become anosmic to some of them, but not others. And some people with nitromus can't really detect them, and some people with sort of umbrettalide can't detect that. And this has been chosen to give you a sort of a great cross-section, utilizing Galaxolide, which gives a clean linen feel, a slightly fluffy feel to it, slightly sweet. Galaxolide is kind of sweet. The viscosity of Galaxolide is thick. It has a very thick viscosity, and that allows also to be a fixative on the skin as well. Beautiful choice of the Major or Lily of the Valley raw materials to give further cleanness, and it's got a very freshness to it. What you can detect in that note, amongst other things, is a raw material called, and I get this wrong, I pronounce it Precycline B, but it's not. It's got a longer name to that, but that's how my dyslexic brain puts it. Precycline B at high concentrations gives you this very aqueous, clean feel. I prefer it to Aquanil. To me, it can smell sort of more like flat and wet, and it's quite expansive. I don't find it appealing. The Precycline B in formulas gives a clearer, aqueous, airy nature to the formula. Obviously, the modern aroma chemicals, the dihydromercenol, are giving that masculine, sort of finished masculine blue finish. Beautiful amounts of aldehydes and acetates, which gives further cleanness. These are the hidden raw materials. When used correctly, you get this sort of finish with it. On to my final thoughts. I really love this. This is very appealing for me. This smells very timeless. I think all men could wear this. Very clean smelling. I love the use of naturals, which is the right amount of herbaceous notes with the right amount of citrus, with the right amount of wood notes, with the right amount of other essential oils, giving lift and woody aspect to it. I love the sweetness. So the sweetness is what I'm really drawn to. And this sweetness is not dependent upon either malt or whipping through the base. This has been sweetened with glutinates, vanillin, coumarin, which is giving that sort of feel to the sort of slight sweetness. Very, very appealing. I think it's so beautifully constructed. I really love it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I would wear this if I wasn't doing my own career. I kind of would really reach for it. I think it's a very easy fragrance to wear. I've just been informed that it's an extract version, a stronger version, more concentrated version. So I may get that in review in the future, may compare the two. The price, I think you're paying for a luxury house. I think you're paying for what it is. It is what it is. You wouldn't go to this house and expect to pay pennies. You know, you're going to go to this house and you're going to get the box and you get the presentation. You're going to get the finish on it. You're going to get something that smells very refined and eloquent. This sort of smells quite youthful as well because of the use of aroma chemicals. Instantly appealing. For this amount of money, I would love it much, much more voluminous. And maybe the more concentrated version would give me that, but then it's kind of in the price. The price for this, if I had this in my range, I would sort of have it at about 80, 90 pounds, but that's what I would do. But this is, you know, the house, what a prestige house. I think this company is owned by LV, which owns Dior and Louis Vuitton. So you're kind of up there with it and it is what it is. But I think it is sort of, in my opinion, sort of slightly reaching there, which is kind of what I expect. But I love the fragrance. I think this is really lovely on something I would wear. I'd love it more voluminous, more thicker actually in the concentration. That's kind of what I'd love for it. I'm going to mark this a 9 out of 10. The one mark coming off is just slightly because I think, in my opinion, I think it's sort of slightly out there with the price, but that goes with the brand and it kind of, it's this thing. I think it's beautiful. I think this is a really nice fragrance. It's light enough to be worn in the summer. I think it's sort of substantial enough to be worn around the year. I think it's a signature fragrance. I think you can wear it anywhere actually. This would be a great working fragrance. It'd be great to go to work, to the gym, to go out. Maybe it's not too exciting to go out clubbing and all the rest of it. It smells very eloquent and refined and what I expect. I really love it. I think it smells designer done really well and I thoroughly love it and thoroughly enjoying it. Just love it a little bit stronger. Perhaps the price drops a little bit. That's in my opinion, of course. So I hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.